Doesn't this almost look too good to be true? Well, it is a real cycleway. This is the town of Goes, one of the 5 candidates to become Cycling City of the Netherlands 2016. Goes is a beautiful old town in the province of Zeeland, the province at the coast, with lots of water and lots of cycling. The historic town centre is a maze of dreamy streets, which are so quiet because motor traffic has no access. That makes the town perfect for walking. And of course also for cycling. But the absence of cars doesn't mean the town centre is not lively. The main square is a real people's place for everybody. The rest of the town has perfect cycling infrastructure, traditional one-way cycle tracks on either side of a road, or bidirectional cycleways on one side of the road, or both. No wonder so many people cycle here. Of course, there is older infrastructure as well, with worn surfaces and cycleways which are not wide enough. There are some on-street cycle lanes as well.
But most of the infrastructure meets the latest standards, and it is used a lot, as this school's bicycle parking facility reveals.
That parking isn't always so well organized. This area near some sports facilities could do with some extra racks. Roundabouts are constructed to the latest design recommendations. Children can cycle here unsupervised. Some roundabouts even have bidirectional cycleways around them. Larger roundabouts can be completely bypassed in underpasses. Goes has quite a number of well-designed underpasses for cycling, used by every type of cyclist. Even the older underpasses are not dark or unpleasant. Goes is a small town in a very rural environment. Right next to the cycleway you may find chickens or sheep. But even this path outside the built-up area is well lit at night. There are some nice reminders that this is truly a town in the Netherlands. People do their shopping by bike, for which kickstands are very convenient. But here too, some extra racks would make it an even better experience. Goes is not afraid to experiment. This junction design is exceptional. Cars drive in an oval shape, while people walking and cycling can go straight on. This makes the crossing very short, and because vehicles can only come from one direction, the intersection is also very easy to understand and safe. Motorists wanting to turn into the side street must make a 180-degree turn, so their speed is very much decreased. Goes also has the more common types of infrastructure. Fietsstraten, or bicycle streets, for example. Streets where bicycles have priority and where drivers of motor vehicles are guests. There are fietsstraten in the built-up area, but also in the more rural parts. All the details are right. The curbs do not have sharp angles, and even the brick surfaces are very smooth. Where possible, there is no curb at all, and yet the distinction is clear. There are tactile markings for the visually impaired,
and the crossing is completely level for people in wheelchairs, mobility scooters, or for those pushing baby carriages. Block markings are on the outside of crossings, following the latest recommendations by the Cyclists Union, so the crossing is not optically narrowed.
Of course, there are 30 km/h zones, and there is filtered permeability. Most bollards have exceptional markings to make them more visible. All this makes cycling very convenient and attractive in Goes. The town is a very worthy finalist to become Cycling City of the Netherlands.